Ashukalan Virgos, medicine here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us for this circle reading where we are here to portend the nature of what will be existing for you during the lunar cycle of this month happening between June 3rd and July 2nd. I think I got it right that time, 2019. And the moon at this time is going to be placed in your 10th house. Okay. So this is going to be a time for cleansing for you. And it's also going to be a time for creating space. Certain things in your life may begin to slow down. And it's all here to cleanse and create space for something new to be able to grow. Okay. So for example, some of you, maybe you might be advancing in some way. Maybe you might be advancing like in a career, or maybe you might be advancing emotionally, or maybe you might be advancing some sort of skill, some sort of vocation, some sort of career. Maybe some of you might be experiencing a pregnancy at this time. Maybe some of you might, be pregnant at this time. We are talking about the moon's energies here, and the moon energy is a mother energy. So the 10th house could be pertaining to pregnancy. For others, life may just be simply slowing down so that you can transition into something new. And it might be preparing you for that. Know that emotionally at this time as well, there's going to be a lot of struggles. There's going to be a lot of obstacles. There's going to be a lot of restrictions because we're talking about the 10th house here. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, I get it. I get it. And don't you worry. You will make it through this process. You will make it through this process. It's a learning experience for you. It's a new foundation that's being set for something to help you grow. I do get the moon card that's happening here at the center for you. So lots of dreams coming your way. Lots of dreams coming your way. Chances and opportunities to be able to tap into some things that are resting within the depths of your soul at this time is what I see with this card. Some chances to really be able to purify yourself, to heal yourself by unlocking and unblocking certain repressed feelings, emotions, dreams. This is a really good chance for you to let go of the weight of the past, the burdens of the past, to really be able to bring yourself back to wholeness and completion of self within your divine essence so that you can be able to move forward with your life at this time. I get the 10 of Cups, which is a minor to the major here, and that's amplifying this experience. So this is doubly amplified for you. The 10 of Cups talking about fulfillment. And I also got the 8 of Cups. Yeah, Virgo, this is going to be a very emotional time for you. Let's see what else is coming up. The 8 of Pentacles. Okay. And then we also have the Strength card in reverse. Interesting. Virgo, it's definitely going to be difficult for you to be in the light. And I get that. I for sure get the difficulty there. Speaking of light, you have to bear with me because, I'm getting light. I'm getting obstruction of light. In fact, maybe it'd just be easier if I did this. Excuse me for a moment. Look, I've been sitting here doing this all this time and hadn't even stopped to consider, maybe just take the darn light out of the picture. Take the sun out of the picture. Might fix everything. Derp, derp, derp. Okay, 1 second while I adjust this. While I make some adjustments. Perfect. Okay, so looks like we're still going here. So Virgo. First of all, you're growing something new. Okay. You're growing something new. There's something that you have been working on. There's something that you have been trying to manifest. There's some definite, you're starting to see some respects, you are starting to see rewards here. You are starting to see uh, rewards for all of your hard-earned work. Okay. The reward is coming back to you. It's, you're starting to reap the harvest for all your hard-earned work. And you are beginning to put some practices into your world at this time. You are beginning to put some practices into your world, get some new rituals, get some new routines going for yourself at this time. Maybe this might be a great time. Maybe some of you might be doing some checkups, on your health, routinely checkups on your health, like a dentist appointment, doctor's appointment, do some routine checkups on your health at this time. So some things are kind of working in space for you. And then I get these three cards here that really speak about dreams. They really speak about things that are happening within your dream space. I would really pay attention to what's going on in your dream space at this time. Maybe get a journal if you don't already have one, or get a tape recorder, or maybe use your phone. Some way, something that has a recorder that you can record what's going on here within your dream space, because there's a lot going on within your dream space. Because this whole section is about you giving yourself permission to let go of all of everything and anything pertaining to the past. This whole section is giving you permission to drop away and let fall away all burdens, all stagnations, all karmas. This is a path of spiritual and emotional healing that's happening for you. So it's going to be very important that you tap into that power. This power is being amplified, on either side. And then you have the moon card. And the moon card is the trump card to both the 8 of cups and the 10 of cups. So you're talking about fulfillment and completion and a culminating point in your life happening for you right now. Is happening sometime, I guess, after you are happening while taking care of all this physical stuff in your life right now, in your physical reality right now. I'm going to bring this down a little bit because what's got me going is the strength card. The strength card's got me going right now because the strength card talks about a fear of being able to manifest divine purpose. Manifest divine purpose into my life. Maybe I'm just so used to being behind closed doors. Maybe I am too coy or too shy or too scared, or maybe I just don't want to have to deal with conflict and stuff like that, which makes a lot of sense to me considering the fact that I'm going to do a lot of adjustments, so you're just going to have to bear with me here. But considering the fact that you've got all these Pisces cards, and this is a Leo card, because Pisces is very shy and coy, and Pisces, especially when it comes to conflict, and especially when it comes to things of the world that are like very restrictive, Pisces doesn't do restrictive very well. So there's a side of yourself that doesn't want to deal with restrictions. There's a side of yourself that doesn't want to deal with, and the fact that you are in, that the moon is happening in your 10th house right now, definitely on an emotional level, there's a side of you that does not want to deal with worldly restrictions happening within the world right now. There's a side of yourself that just wants to be able to swim and be free to expand and to dream and to realize that dream and to realize that purpose. And on an emotional level, you really are. So if you focus inward at this time, that's going to manifest for you. But then you get the strength card that talks about manifesting inward, and how that focus there may also be keeping you away from being able to manifest outward, because it's kind of hard to harmonize these two energies, if you will, because one wants to be very outwardly expressive while the other one is very inwardly expressive. And so it's kind of hard to harmonize the strength card with the moon card, because the moon card is very sensitive, highly sensitive, very sensitive. I should know. And the strength card is very confident it's very unconscious to what is going on. It's just simply just trying to beam in the light. So you've got a card that is very expansive and sensitive to and feeling to the world around it. Well, then you also have one that is very, I hate to say it in this way, but insensitive to the world around it. And I think that's a part of the issue here, is that part of what is being part of what is manifesting here, part of the lesson here is what is happening when these two aspects of self are not harmonized, because they are meant to be harmonized. In other words, you are meant to be able to tap into, both of these cards have to do with divine purpose and have to do with being whole and full and complete within the self. But one of the differences here is that the moon card has more to do with yourself completely as a whole, outside of any one identity. Because the moon card says that you have many versions, there are many versions of yourself that all correspond and correlate to the oneness of you. These are all different faces, different facets of you that are all correspond to the oneness of you. And then the strength card is like divine purpose that is pertaining to one aspect of self. Whereas this brings you back into the wholeness and fullness and completeness of who you are. The strength card is here to manifest perhaps one aspect of self, perhaps one side of self into the world. And so it might be very difficult. It might be very hard. There's a lot of fear that may happen around the strength card at this time. There's a lot of discouragement. There's a lot of not being very confident, not really standing up for what you believe in, perhaps standing in your own way, perhaps being too worried. Perhaps perhaps you tap into, who you are in the fullness expression of yourself. But there's this part of you that is simply afraid to manifest that. Acceptance of love. That's your center card right there. Acceptance of love. I love all the Nature's Whispers cards. I just keep talking about it all the time, how much I love all the Nature's Whispers cards. But acceptance of love, the wholeness and completeness of yourself, realized, released, full, complete. Manifesting like a tree, manifesting in its light like a tree. I apologize for that. The light likes to keep speaking. Look, speaking of light, so manifesting like a tree within the wholeness and fullness of who you are, being nurtured by Mother Gaia and manifesting within the light and the fullness and expression of who you are. So let's read what the passages within the book have to say about all of this too. This image is a representation of the harmony of opposites, masculine and feminine. You have the ability to give love freely to yourself and to others. That's very interesting, because this one wants self-love. This one gives love to others. So that's very interesting. And this one is feminine and this one is masculine. Very interesting. So you have the ability to give love freely to yourself and to others. It is important to understand that you are whole. Whoa. It is important to understand that you are whole, complete, and perfect, and will enhance the life of another. Ooh. 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 It is important to understand that you are whole, complete, and perfect now, and will enhance the life of another, because it may be that so you're feeling things, but you just don't have the courage to bring it into the physical world. Maybe you don't have the courage. You got you're packed full of all this stuff, and yet still, all the accomplishments you have going on around you, maybe you don't feel like you have love to give. Oh, maybe that might be the sick. Love can happen. Love is the truth of all situations. Love the soul embodied inside you. Express more love in your life and allow yourself to feel loved. Everything happens exactly when it is supposed to, in that order. Everything that happens is what is supposed to happen, take place. You bring a bright light and individuality into this world. You've got a big light, but you are afraid to manifest that light into the physical world. You'd rather just keep it in secret. You'd rather just keep it behind the scenes. You don't want to manifest your light into the physical world. The Strength card talks about manifesting divine purpose, light into the physical world. The divine purpose, which you find here within the Moon card. The Moon card leads you back to divine purpose, but there's a fear for you of being able to manifest that divine light into the physical world. Too afraid that you don't have enough to offer, to give, to be able to show the world. Too afraid that the world wouldn't love you, or that you wouldn't love it, or wherever the case might be. But you're afraid to manifest this light into the physical world. You might be having some very romantic dreams at this time, Virgo. You might be having some dreams of romance, some dreams of, that may seem very impossible to you. But you're dreaming them fully and vividly anyway, but because they seem so impossible to you, you are having issue with manifesting them into the physical world, into the physical light. Wow, that's deep right there. That's deep right there. And so, part of love is to give and to receive, to be able to give love and to be able to receive it. And there's definitely going to be some obstacles all along the way. But like the card said, the acceptance of love. Accept love, receive love, and know that you do have love to give. So even if rejection happens, even if, even if abandonment happens, even if these insecurities happen in our lives, it doesn't mean that we're bad. It doesn't mean that we don't have love to give. We don't have to beat up on ourselves about that. We can manifest exactly what we want into the physical world, because the Strength card looks to do that. The Strength card looks to manifest exactly what we are wanting, what we feel, sense, and see within our dream world. The Strength card looks to manifest that into our physical world. Ooh, that's deep right there. So acceptance of love, that's your card. Love yourself, and know that the love that you feel inside of yourself can be shared by others. So that's your medicine for this lunar cycle. Love yourself and know that the love that you see, sense, and feel within yourself, that is divinely ordered, that is divinely purposed, you're supposed to blossom it. You're supposed to manifest it into the world. You're supposed to show the world the love that you feel, sense, and see inside of yourself. So don't be afraid of you. And don't be afraid of those haters out there who's going to tell you that your dreams are not possible. And don't be afraid of those obstacles and challenges out there that seemingly are meant to, give you some sort of message to keep you away from being able to manifest your heart's desires. Manifest your heart's desires. Fight for it. You've got to be willing to fight for it. So that's the medicine for you, Virgo. I hope that this has helped you thus far. I hope that these insights have given you some sort of inspiration, encouragement, healing thus far. And I hope that I continue to be able to help you in this way. I hope that you allow me to be able to continue to help you in this way, because I love this work. I love what I do. And this is like a divine manifestation of myself for you. I love this work, and I hope that I can continue to serve you in this way. So with much love, with many blessings, go with love, Agalanor.